Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Today, we're continuing where we left off. And hopefully, the first couple seconds of this episode weren't cut off. Because for some reason, my recordings have been doing that recently. Might be some issue with OBS I'm unaware of. Maybe I should update OBS like it keeps asking me to. But we'll cross that bridge when I get to editing. Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness? Yes, how can I help you, Mr. Judge? Well, it seems that we're to learn the truth. We'll need to hear your testimony. I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night. The plan. Oh. It's Dahlia's theme. The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. Went wrong how? So that means you really are... Wait a minute. Did you say the plan was to kill Maya Fay? Yes, you have a problem with that? Don't give me that nonsense. There's no way that... Watch yourself, Tripe. Apparently, I can't go deep today. If you got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. It's one of my rules. Mr. Godot is correct. And by the way, that's one of my rules as well. To kill Maya? Could it be true? I mean, take a listen to who hatched the plan. The whole plan began with my death. You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant. How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her. I see. So that's when you discussed the plan. Huh, are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well, even though I'm her own daughter. All to make Pearl Fay the master of Khura'in? She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister, Misty, took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan. A plan, huh? You're talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct? Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us. You and your twin sister Iris. That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father. Abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. We know. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at the old temple. You mean Iris? Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. How horrible. The really horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child. Pearl Fay. Yeah, but like, she's epic. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power, fortunately for her. Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family. Okay, but for it to work, Maya would have to die. Maya would have to die? But why? For her bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of. Objection! But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya. How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all. That's not ridiculous, actually. I can fully believe that. She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter. And naturally, the life of Maya Fay as well. How could anyone do that? You? You were gonna kill Maya? Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was to follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me. Ugh. So the plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin, on Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple. She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart, except for the color of your hair. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally, they would think it was Iris that had done it. And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini. I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris' crime anyway. Why would you pin this murder on Iris in the first place? She's her twin sister, isn't she? Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her. Backstabber? You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway, oh, maybe you could try explaining it? You think the plan was a success? You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of the master will pass on to Pearl Fey. That's absurd. Maya's just... She's just trapped. Trapped inside the sacred cavern. Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you? My darling Feeny. You're not allowed to call me that. Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivete and your pathetic faith in other people. I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fay's plan? I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. So I would try to go through with it. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of. If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that. You're right, I absolutely can't. So then tell me, why? Isn't it obvious? It's not like that woman. I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. So what self-interest did you have in killing Maya? Assuming she's actually dead. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction. What did you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne. She had her own reason for wanting Maya dead? No, I don't, actually. Obviously, it's because you were helping Morgan Fay. Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious. So she wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan and her plan so she could accomplish her own goal. All I wanted to do was kill Maya Fey. That was the only way I could think of to get revenge. On who? Looks like I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. Can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. I've got to keep a cool head. And I need to get more information out of her. It's the only way to understand this plan, and what she saw after as well. What evidence? What was your goal? Because that, I don't know. Huh. I don't know, honestly. Does it have to do with Misty herself? I'm gonna save. I may be forgetting something important here, but I honestly don't know. April 24th, is that the right date? It's the right date, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't save, right? Does it have to do with... No. That was a shot in the dark, because I honestly... I have one more turn after this. Or one more try. Oh, I should have done this yesterday, because I don't remember much of the trial yesterday. But, that last trial recording really took it out of me. The idea was to kill Maya and then have this blame pinned on Iris. Seems to succeed anyway. Do you understand why I would kill Maya now? Oh, was your goal to get Iris in trouble? It has to do with Iris, doesn't it? Does any of this have to do with Iris? It just might, but I don't know what I would present. Shot in the dark. I'll try presenting Iris. No. I didn't think that would work. I'll be back when I figure it out, I guess. I think the contradiction here is that she killed Misty thinking it was Maya. She didn't actually know who Maya was. That would have to be my guess. No? I don't see anything contradictory. Well, we don't know that Maya's dead. No? Okay, well there goes that theory. This is probably one of those things that's extremely obvious, and I'm gonna look stupid once I figure it out. To be fair, that happens at least once every trial. But... I just started the episode and I'm already in that phase. With 3 HP. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep looking through my evidence. Like a real lawyer would. Mia? Mia? So at this point, I was just trying things. I honestly meant to click on Pearl, but Mia? Maya's older sister, my eternal mentor in life and law, passed away 2 years ago. Oh, wait! Mia, of course! She's the one who sentenced you, or got you found guilty. Right, okay. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself? As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore, because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either. You want to take revenge on someone? I was sentenced to die because of that woman, Mia Fey. I somehow knew this was it. I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up. And the reason it was impossible? Was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died? Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead. And how do you do that? Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, lives on, forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That'd be the one and only way to take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plan. Just for that? For that you would kill Maya? Your goal is no different than that of Morgan Fey. It's been 24 minutes in recording right now, so I don't know how long it's been since I was stuck on that, but you guys can revel in that knowledge of how long it took me. It had to have been at least 10, 12 minutes. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless. Huh. Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you, there's not a thing you can do to me. I can exorcise you. That night, at about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple. So, it was at least a Nim who channeled her after all. That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing. She left Maya Fey at the inner temple, and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back. Well, what did you do then? That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... See, I don't believe you, because I didn't see a picture of Maya getting stabbed. That means it didn't happen. So then you're saying you stabbed Maya? It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. What does that mean? No clear memory? I don't know. I think I was stabbed. You were stabbed? At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it. That would go back to what Iris was saying. No, Dahlia said that. This was all Dahlia's testimony from the beginning. It's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a french fry with a plastic fork. Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. Before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. You didn't though. Did you forget that you were killed? And by you, I mean Elise was killed by a stab to the back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her. I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end. That's where my memory temporarily stops. It stops? I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was... Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness. You were in the sacred cavern? It was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I'd been trapped in there. But how'd you wind up in there? I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I'd killed her myself. For a ghost, you're one tough cookie. I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out. Trick lock stopped you, huh? I didn't know how to remove it. So then you're saying, you were actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern? Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it. Interrupted? It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall. What? Who? Could it have been Maya? I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see. Why not? If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern. That morning, only two people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and... pearls. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll in gravy. So, did Maya channel you? Because Maya's stuck in there, right? Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But, I was too late. So, the last time we saw a pearl... Oh, no, it wasn't the last time we saw a pearl. Never mind. What do you mean by that? The flies had already started to gather. Bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct? Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up. Lady Luck? After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself. The real Iris? She said she'd come make sure the Sacred Cavern was alright. Stupid girl. I came out from the Sacred Cavern and got a feel for the situation. And I locked her away in my place. Oh, Iris is in there? Wait, so who are you? You're Maya then, right? I had finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded. What do you mean by your plan has succeeded? I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me. I'd assumed that it was Pearl Fay. Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions. But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was... Misty. Yeah, but you're not Misty right now, because Misty is obviously dead. The picture book author. What? Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Okay, I knew you were Misty then, but what about now? Maya Fay. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human could commit. And that is? Matricide. The sin of killing her own mother. No way! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fay, but even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fay's life was none other than your darling little Maya. Ridiculous. That's nonsense. Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there? What? What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence? The fact that Maya Fay disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it? Huh? The idea that she's still in the Sacred Cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the Inner Temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be. Well, where? Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River. Where else? Eagle River? Maya Fay killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. So, what do you have to say now, Feeny? Ugh. Objection? Is that your phone, Dolly? Oops, that's your phone? Sorry, that's my phone. What kind of ringtone is that? No here. Okay, thanks. What? Was it something important? They just finished removing the locks in the Sacred Cavern. That's great! What about Maya? There was a woman in the cave. Was it Maya Fay? It was the accused, Sister Iris. Well, yeah, she said that she locked Iris in there. Which means she must be channeling the body of Maya, right? Who else? Huh. Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that. So, What about Maya? Where is she? There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern. No, it can't be. I told you, didn't I? She's dead. No. No! I don't believe you. She's standing right there on the witness stand. I bet almost anything. It seems this case has come to an end. A tragic end. Hold it. Sadly, it appears the killer of Lisa Nim, also known as Misty Fey, was her own daughter, Maya Fey. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death in the raging waters of the Eagle River. It can't be. Huh. Trat, have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth, no matter how improbable it may seem. What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot? According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? No! It can't be. It's... Judging by... I'll go with what Godot is saying. It's impossible for Dahlia to be channeling the body of anyone other than Maya. So the truth must be that this is Maya. Right? I'm gonna look so stupid if I'm wrong, but like, literally who else? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden, which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side, near the bridge. Yeah, there's no water on that side. That's right, that's where she jumped from. But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there. Don't get your panties all twisted up, Trat. Just relax and think through the whole thing again. There's no water on that side, so it's impossible? Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River? Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fey threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim? I do, in fact. Look at that. Take that! It's impossible to jump into the Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. What did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf. Oh! Ooh! You're right! She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we'd be able to see her body in this photo. Huh, so you finally figured it out. You... No! Order! You're just playing with me. Maya Fey's body's at the bottom of Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding. Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Yes, just a few minutes ago. Maya Fey wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River. Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be. What? What is this one possibility you're talking about? That's obviously a bluff. So where's her dead body then? I'm gonna save, but like, I know the answer. Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally, the living have no way to punish the dead. But I think there's a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? Maya Fey is in this very courtroom. There's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom. What? Maya Fey is here. In my courtroom? Yes. Dahlia Hawthorne, I seem to recall that you said... I had misunderstood one thing, you see. So what? But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood. What do you mean? Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne? Why, that's obvious. It's Pearl Fay. That's pathetic little sniveling runt. No, it's not. You're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it. I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. Is there any explanation for why you couldn't channel the spirit? It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone called me before Pearl did? But who? Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime. But she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now, am I correct? It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone else who called you before she could. Take that! This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty Fay is gone. There's only one possibility left. Come on already. I can't stand the tension. Dahlia Hawthorne, the person channeling you right now must be Maya Fay. What? But well, how could that be? Remember what this witness, Dahlia Hawthorne, said about her goal? She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fay. Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her... Well, Gramps, what would happen? Could it be? Looks like you finally understand, Your Honor. Well, I don't. What are you going on about? What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. And there's only one reason. To protect herself from you. To protect herself? From me? Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fay. The path back to Hazakura Temple was closed off and there was nowhere for her to run. So then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide? You mean, that's when she channeled me? All this time, you thought you had been channeled by Pearls. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you. No. Don't say that. Hey, you're saying that Dahlia Hawthorne was played for a fool by that little whelp? Maya Fay killed herself. Isn't it obvious? No. It absolutely isn't. No. Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple. I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who has never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea? You. Maya can be surprisingly smart. And her head is full of all sorts of interesting ideas. Well, me, of course. Me? What the? Mia? Mia Fay? It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. Where'd you come from? So it's true. It was you. Yes. Yeah, you're something else. But wait, what are you doing here? That hair? It's Pearls, right? Tell me something, Dahlia. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the Inner Temple's garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Fay. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you. She did. Not terribly surprising that she was about to be killed. When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. She did that? I can't believe it! Of course, I didn't have all the details, but one thing that was perfectly clear. And that was? I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free. Free? What do you mean? It was a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived. So it was Maya who put the lock on there. Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things? If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Faye. Yes, Pearl didn't properly understand the plan, so all she was trying to do is follow her mother, Morgan Faye's instructions. If she'd succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly. So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Faye to kill Maya at all costs. Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along. How dare you! I won't forget this! Oh, what the heck? Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure. Yes, another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say? What do you mean by another? Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure. What? How dare you? 11 years ago. The fake kidnapping. The very first crime. Kerploosh! You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but... After Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed. Shut your mouth! That wasn't my fault! It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman. And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but... Yeah, I don't remember that guy's name, but he didn't make it. You wound up killing someone else. You're not gonna say his name? You don't remember either, do you? As a result, you were sentenced to death. It's one stupid move after another for you, but it's no longer funny. You, what that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face? And now this! You messed up again! You let Maya Faye escape, even though she was right there in front of you. Grr. Mia Faye? Mia Faye? You... spinster? Spinster. 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 Unmarried woman, typically an older woman beyond the usual age for marriage. Okay. Was she only like in her 20s or something? I was supposed to kill Maya Faye like I swore I would. And if only you had gotten the spiky-haired jerk the guilty verdict, I wouldn't have been hanged to death. True. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. What? What did you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all of eternity. I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you, because you were already dead. What about it? Then you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on. Forever. That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne, the failure, a miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there's no escape from that. No hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you is burnt to a crisp. You... Ooh! You're... wrong! It... can't be! How could I lose to the likes of you? It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now. Ah. Whoa. Hi? I'm not ready. Not ready to go. Too bad. Out of here. That's a Magatama, yeah. You were one pathetic girl. That's a new portrait from Maya. How's it going? Nick. Sis? And then she passes out. Yeah. Now then, I assume you're the real Iris? Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern. I must say, you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Godot, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne? If you ask me, Your Honor, it looks like she went back to the hell she came from. It seems that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Faye, as well as the young Pearl Faye, were also victims of this wicked and selfish plan. Yes, Your Honor. The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again. Your Honor? Yes, what is it? About this whole, spirit medium thing, it's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concreted effort to study up on the Korean channeling technique. Oh, hey, good for you. Hey, is that the New Year's issue of Old Colt? I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench, and in all that time, I finally learned this one thing. Each case is different and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And it's where my brother and I used to differ. Never thought of it that way. At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Objection.
Why? We're done here. You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor. What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot? This trial, it isn't over yet. That's what he means. What? Trat, remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony. Dahlia's testimony? You're not gonna take her take her seriously, are you? I caught her with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed. Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone. Yeah, but in the back. So it couldn't have been Maya, because Maya was against the... No. Wait. No, so who stabbed... Yes, that's right. The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. At least in him, no, Misty Faye. But, who killed her? I still don't know who did it. This isn't over. Yeah, apparently not. Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. We can't let her walk until there's evidence that proves her innocence. No way. But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony. The prosecution is ready to call our final witness. Final witness? This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Faye. Indeed. Is it really alright, Mr. Prosecutor? Of course it's alright, Madame Attorney. Very well then. Who is this final witness? Ha! Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event who will put the final dagger in this case. Someone who saw the murder take place? You're not gonna say Pearl, are you? The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes. Oh, Maya. She can't testify after what she's just been through. We need to find the truth. Prosecution calls Maya Fey to the witness stand. Very well, but first, we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Fey to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial. Hey, Trat, I got something to say to you, so listen up. What is it? I don't think much of you is a lawyer. It's always the same with you. You somehow manage to just squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you. You've got some nerve. But that's not, I mean, he's not wrong. But that's not going to happen this time. This time, you're going to have to do this by yourself. That's enough. This court is now in recess. Hey, Iris. Do I end the episode here, or are we going to get a to be continued screen? Let's keep going and see if we get a to be continued screen. I'm truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me. But I was missing all day and we didn't even have a chance to talk. She's right. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, they had already switched places, and Iris is inside the sacred cavern. I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on. Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you. Why did you help your sister out as much as you did? Huh? If you had tried to get help with the sacred cavern yesterday, you wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there. My sister. I felt sorry for her. She was abandoned by her mother and never got any love from her father either. Yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it? Yes, but at least I had Sister Bikini, who was like a mother to me. If only Dahlia had come with me to Hasakura Temple. I always loved her. Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. She never complained about a thing. That's why I promised her that I would help her. Are you talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago? Yes. I wanted to be useful to her in some way. Are you the one? But as usual, I was too cowardly. At the last minute, I ran away. Oh, right, we have heard this story. Because of that, Dahlia's stepsister, Valerie, ended up... That was the case that wounded Mia so badly. But things didn't end there, of course. Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder. Some people? You must mean... Yes, 2 defense attorneys. Mia Fey and Diego Armando. After poisoning up Mr. Armando, who's getting too close to learning the truth... Oh! That's who she poisoned. Did we know that? I don't think we knew that. If we did, I did this trial 2 years ago. I checked earlier how long ago the first episode was. That first trial I did. That was 2 years ago. Before I took like a year break away from this channel. Jesus. That was so long ago. But yeah, I don't know if we knew that it was Mr. Armando that got poisoned. Y'all even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hit the poison for her. You. That's right. Iris, there's one more thing that I have to ask you. Yes, what is it? On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, Elisa Nim, was it really you? Yes, it was me. That night, after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. At around 10:30, I received a call on my cell phone. Beep. There's a problem. Come to the Inner Temple right away. I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But... yeah, lightning struck. The path to the inner temple was cut off, right? Exactly. We can't just leave the body here. So you've got to do this, exactly as I say. Got it? She had the staff on her, for some reason. Oh, yes, so... yeah, because if her staff was over there, it would be a little sussy. It was me. I was the one that received her body. The murder weapon had been left in her body, so she couldn't bleed too much. The staff that Mystic Elise always held. I knew it. So the actual murder weapon was the staff. Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hazakura Temple in the snowmobile. You realize that this is still a crime, and I can't really defend you on this. You're definitely getting jail time, but at least not for a murder charge. But why? Why did you alter the body? I didn't want anyone to know that the staff was the murder weapon. I didn't want to leave anything that would lead back to Misty Faye. So I dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with the Shishido. I wiped the blood off the staff's blade and left it next to her on the ground. Iris, just tell me one last thing. Tell me the name of the person that called you your cell phone. The real killer. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. I can't say who did it. I see. Defendant! Yes? The judge is calling you. He wants to see you in his chambers. He has some questions about Dahlia Hawthorne. Alright. Well then. I'll see you later. There's something I want to tell you. Okay. Something she wants to tell me? Right, you have like a secret from me, right? So it's true. Iris cooperated with the real killer. Maybe even from the very beginning. Phoenix. Hey, Mia. How's Maya doing? Physically, I'm not worried. She'll recover completely. But emotionally, she's been hurt very badly by this case. I see. You don't mean she learned who Elisa Nim really was? Yes, I went to the medical office and talked with her. I told her everything I knew. But why? Maya's stronger than you think. I knew she could take it. All of it. What do you mean by that? I want you to figure out that answer for yourself. The trial is about to restart. The real killer. Do you know who it is yet? It... has to be... Dahlia, right? It definitely does seem to point that it was Maya who did it. But, like, why would she have Iris's number and call her and simply ask her to help? That wouldn't make much sense. And Bikini doesn't have a cell phone. But she was at the main entrance hall anyway. So I don't know. Iris wouldn't tell me who called her, but still. I think that just maybe I know who it was. That night, the victim was killed in the garden of the Inner Temple. And the criminal wasn't just there by accident. Which means that the killer knew of Dahlia's plan from the very beginning. One more thing. The victim was moved to the Hazakura Temple side by the pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge. That means they were stuck on the Inner Temple side for almost an entire day. Exactly. So the culprit is either Maya, Pearl, Dahlia, or someone that wasn't in Hazakura Temple the following day. That's as much help as I can give you. The rest of the battle is yours to win, or lose. Okay, I've got it. Thank you, Mia. Finally, it's almost time to bring this case to an end. What exactly did Maya see anyway? And who was it that actually killed Misty Faye? Whoever it was, I have to prove it. Me, all by myself. There's the tubing you need to strain. Alright, I guess we're finishing the trial potentially next time. Thanks for watching. If you liked what I like or subscribe button down below, Don't forget to check out my channel, and if you're live on Twitch or something to stream live, you check out that link down in the description below. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will catch all of you in the next one. So, take care.